Welcome back, guys. The heat wave is over, so now we have nice cool weather again, typical Melbourne weather, which is in the 20s, right? Well, and I'm pretty happy with that. That was a nasty spell of 4 days of heat. So today we have only where are we at? Barely 20 Celsius. It was 25 this morning, right, when we woke up, because of the overnight heat from yesterday. Because yesterday was 37. It took time to cool down, and now it's hit rock bottom. So anyway, we have a video on the Annonas. Well, two of the Annonas. This one here and the other one I'm going to show you after. So first we begin with the cherry moya, which is this one. And then I'm going to show you the ate moya. And by the way, I'm watering this big boy because it's holding a lot of fruit, guys. And that's what this video is about. I want to show you how much fruit it's holding this year. It's a record amount, and I know for sure that they're gonna hold on. The tree now is let's see, 12, 13, 14. It's a 14-year-old in-ground cherry moya, and wow. All right, let's start. I know some of you guys don't like too much talk. You prefer to look. Well, look at that. That's one of the cherry moyas, one of the big ones, and then we've got little ones like that one, right? We're not going to go through each individual one because, guys, I sort of began counting. Oops, this one broke off. The branch broke off here, right? But it's not going to affect the... Oh, that's on the other branch. That's fine. I'm not going to count every single fruitlet, because I think I got up to 40. I was counting them and I stopped at 40. Yeah, we've got a minimum of 40 cherry moya. Wow. So you've seen 3, right? Or 4. Trust me, there's 44 on this tree. So yeah, bumper crop. Very happy, right? It's like almost every branch. And by the way, yes, I did hand pollinate at the beginning of the season, back in January, at the end of January. But guys, what I did has nothing to do with any of this. I got, from my hand pollination, I think I got about a dozen fruit, right, about a month ago, or just over a month ago. But look, even little ones there, tiny little ones. Geez, that's not even the size of my fingernail, right? They're still coming in the middle of March. In the middle of March, we're getting cherry moya. Look at this big boy. Wow, nice. That's definitely larger than my fingernail. So they're in different sizes. Yeah. I was saying that I'm watering it because of all the fruit. I don't want to I don't want to have fruit drop because of the drought. By the way, I should have started with we've only had one rainfall, one day, not day, 10 minutes. We had 10 minutes of rain in the last 6 weeks. Can you believe it? And guess when those 10 minutes were? They were when the ice cream bean tree fell down. Those 10 minutes. Other than that day, we haven't had a drop of rain, guys. Not since mid to late January. And now it's almost the middle of March. So because of that, guys, I don't want to have fruit drop, because that's what trees do. When they don't have enough water, they drop their fruit. right? It's like us. When we're tired, we drop what we're carrying. Or, you know, if we're thirsty, whatever. So, as you can see, how many have I shown you? About a dozen already? I'm only on one corner of the tree. So, yeah, so there's a lot, guys. There's a lot. And by the way, these aren't ready until the end of spring. That is November. In Melbourne, we're talking about Melbourne, Australia. So when we say we have a cherry moya tree in Australia, that can mean a million things. Where in Australia? If you're in Darwin, well, you can't grow this in Darwin, but if you're in the northern part of the country, it'll fruit at a different time of the year. So down here in the coldest part of the country, these are ready at the end of spring. There's a big one up there. It's huge. It's probably the biggest one. Yeah, and there's another one behind it. Wow, it's like endless. Endless, endless. So yeah, these come November and December. So November and December. The end of spring and the beginning of summer. You can go back and look at my previous videos, right, of these bad boys, and you'll see when, right? When, how, and why. When, how, and why. Jeez, I've only shown you half the tree, and I think you saw at least 30. So I'm pretty wrapped. I'm very wrapped, guys, in this tree. Finally, a great tree, right? Tropical. This is a tropical fruit tree, not an apple tree. Oh wow, there's even a flower now. Hang on, it's even got a flower now. It's ready to open. So it's still flowering in the middle of March. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm watering not to lose any fruit due to the drought, right? Yeah. So I couldn't be happier with this tree, other than, why did you take almost 15 years? Right, when you're in the tropics, guys, and you're dealing with Annonas, zone 10 I'm talking, right? Zone 10 Annonas don't take 15 years to do what this tree has done. So be prepared to wait 15 years for a bounty of Annona fruit, whether it's cherry moya, ate moya, relinia, soursop, if you're able to even grow soursop, in a zone 9B. 9B, you know when someone's in 9B or 10A, some people say, I'm in zone 9B. No, you're not. Not if you get 100 cherry moya in 3 years. You're in zone 10, dude. I know when people are wrong, simply by what they're showing. If they're able to get soursop trees to fruit within 2 or 3 years, they're not in zone 9, that's zone 10. Right? I know, because I've been doing this now for 15 years. Why haven't I got any soursop or ate moya in the first 3 years? Huh? Why? Because I haven't tried. Come on, guys. It's because I'm in the real 9B. This is the true zone 9B. Zone 10 is a different world. It's a world away from where I am. All right, I think you got the idea. I'm going to switch this bad boy off. He's been running for half an hour. Half an hour on full thrust. Right? Half an hour like that. Now we can go and check out the other senior Annona tree. So I'm going to walk away from it so you can see the size. This is going to grow much bigger now that the ice cream bean is gone. The ice cream bean tree was suppressing, or what do you call it? Dwarfing or shadowing this tree for the last 12 years. It's like someone had their foot or their shoe on the tree, and now it's free to grow up as high as it wants. I'm going to let it go all the way, 4 meters even, or 5 meters. Yeah, it's so nice to cool down, but no rain. We still haven't had any rain, even after the weather changed from scorching hot to cloudy and cool. Still bone dry, still watering. I've been watering all day. I've been watering all month, guys, not all day. What am I saying? I go out for the morning watering at around 10 a.m. and 2 hours later, Kim says, lunch is ready. Okay, Kim. Then I go back out and water, and Kim says, your tea's ready. It's like, wow, I'm still watering. And then after dinner, which is now it's 6 p.m, just had dinner, I come out and water again. Yeah, don't tell me about zone 9B. You're in zone 9B, really, and you're getting all that rain in summer. If you're getting a lot of rain in summer, you're not in zone 9B. You're in the tropics. You're in zone 10. If I wasn't watering any of these trees in summer, all of them would die except for him. This guy doesn't need any water. The mulberry tree. He's the only one that would survive. Everything else would be a dead duck, especially the next tree we're going to check out. This guy would be totally roasted if I didn't water him every couple of days. Even though he's 10 years old, he still needs to be pampered. A 10-year-old tree that needs pampering. Wow. Check out all the atemoyas, guys. This is the Paxton prolific custard apple, as we call it in Australia. Again, back to the naming. I know in America you call it atemoya, but in Australia we call atemoya custard apple. Don't ask me why. I didn't do that. Make up the naming process. Okay, so as you can see, we have a lot. How many have I shown you already? 8? Yeah, there's about 20, at least 20. I'm going to call it custard apple, right? There's at least 20 custard apples on this Paxton prolific. And that's a record amount of fruit in the 10 years I've had this tree. So I'm pretty stoked. I think the previous record was 10 or 12. And now we have 20, which is almost double. So I'm pretty happy with that. And yes, I did hand pollinate this, and I got about 10 a month ago. And then we got another 10 on their own. I didn't get the next 10. They came by themselves. So really, guys, you don't really need to hand pollinate cherry moya and atemoya. You really don't need to, unless you want to get in early. If you want to be in early, like in January, like Alisa. I think Alisa got 20 fruit by hand pollinating, right, in January. Oh, my neighbor's playing games, scaring me. So yeah, as you can see, okay, the phone cut out then. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, there's at least 20 here, maybe more. Actually, there might even be 25. I really can't count them because they're tricky, very tricky. At one spot up there, I think there's 4 or 5 touching. They're really, really close, and that's crazy, right? Really crazy. I haven't even gone to the bottom. I'm only looking at the top of the tree. Let's see. There you go. There's more down here. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot, guys. There's a lot. So at least 20, if not 30. So yeah. Wow. Thank you very much. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, these won't be ready till the end of spring, November, sometimes October. October is more for Sydney. Sydney is a month sooner than Melbourne. Theirs are even ready in September, the beginning of spring, right? The higher you go up north, the more earlier the harvesting is. In Brisbane, I think these are ready in winter, right? And in Sydney, like I said, early spring. And in Melbourne, it's the late spring. And if you were growing these in Tasmania, if you could, it's possible, in a microclimate, these would be ready in summer, right? Tasmania being the coldest, the most southern state. All right, guys, I think you saw enough, right? So I'm super stoked, super duper stoked. The middle of March, which is early autumn in Australia, and we have 2 mature Annonas that are fully loaded with fruit. I've got a couple of babies that are yet to do anything, because these have only been in the ground like a year and a half. There's another one over there, but they're not ready for prime time. I got them young, guys. I got these trees really young, from dailies, right, up to my knee high. They're not cheat trees. I don't grow cheat trees here. These are grown from like 12, 15 inches height, just like this Paxton Prolific. This Paxton Prolific, I got it when it was only the size of my shoe high, 10 years ago. All right, guys, I think we're done. Oh, there's one down at the bottom, near the trunk. Wow. Yeah, there's at least 30. There's at least 30, guys. That's pretty cool, huh? And by the way, I don't protect my Annonas except for the soursop. And that tells you that I'm in zone 9B. Because if I was in zone... If I didn't need to protect my... this is where there's 3 of them together. Look. Look. 1, 2, 3. And they're almost going to touch. So that'll be interesting to see this branch, hang on, this branch holding 3 or 4. Was it 4? I think I saw 4. Let's see if this one makes it. It'll be 4. It'll be interesting to see this little branch. Oh, there is 4. Here they are. Oh man, they're hiding, guys. They're hiding. All right, let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 5 if this little fella makes it on this little branch. Oh, and there's 6 here. 6. Yeah. Wow. 6 custard apples on that branch, on that arm. That'll be very interesting to see. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's the video. Let me show you the soursop before we go. Yeah, I've been watering all day, every day. Of course I have, especially the black sapote. It's a beast. Look at the trunk on this now. I can't even get my hand around it. Right? Been watering the heck out of this. This is my second oldest black sapote, and the fruit are coming now. They come late in Melbourne, very late. At the end of summer. Yeah, and Ben in Sydney, his black sapotes are already as big as pool balls, billiard balls. Not here. Told you guys, we're a month behind, maybe 2 months behind Sydney when it comes to most of the fruit. Right? And 3 months behind Queensland. All right, these are the white sapotes, as you've seen countless times. The soursop is over here. Soursop. Soursop. This guy here, if I don't cover and protect him, he's gone. He's gone. He's a goner. Goodbye. But my custard apple and cherry moya, they don't need protection, guys. But this one does. Serious protection. Serious protection. If I don't protect this, it's gone. Doesn't matter how big he is, whether he's this big, or that big. Soursop does not. like Melbourne winter. Our winters here are nasty. They're not, we don't get snow, but we get freezes. We get hard freezes during winter, down to 0 and -1 and -2 Celsius. And that negative temperature can be up to 4 or 5 hours in winter. And that's when you lose these guys. And we get at least 4 or 5 of those hard freezes every winter. Because of those 4 or 5 mornings, I have to protect this for 4 months, from May until September. But 5 months. 5 months protection for him because of those 5 early mornings. The same with him. He needs to be protected in winter. That's the Mamey Sapodi. And the same with this, the canistel, egg fruit. This one can't take our winters either, guys. So these need protection. This doesn't need any protection. The guava doesn't need any protection. The custard apple doesn't need protection, right? It's a thin line, and that thin line is what makes the difference between zone 9B and zone 10. So I know you're in zone 10 if you're not protecting your Rollinia and you're not protecting your soursop. It's that simple. That's how I know. See how I know? Just like that, guys. So I was thinking maybe I should show you the last Annona before I finish off. Why not? I know you want to see it. It's the Rollinia, right? And that one needs protection too in winter, which means I'm not in zone 10. In zone 10 you don't need to protect Rollinia, but you do need to protect it in zone 9B. I mean, I can get away without protecting it, but every leaf, every single leaf will be like this. Will be like that. That's what I'm gonna end up with at the end of winter. Every leaf looking like this if I don't protect it. Guys, see? The tree will survive, it'll make it. But it'll be brown. That's why we cover it. All right. Let's have a look here. Yep. One fruitlet. Where is it? There it is. It's still there. It hung on during the scorchathon. I wonder how it did that and why it didn't fall over or fall off. You know how, guys? You know why it hung on? With 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's because I was watering the heck out of it. That's why. I watered the heck out of this big boy. And look at all the mulch. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. It's like mud. It's like mud. Soaking wet. I never let it dry. I never let it dry. That's why the fruit hung on. Guys, that's why. Otherwise, forget about it. No rain for 6 weeks? Yeah, right. Alright guys, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. And this is why you don't hear or see anyone else in Melbourne or Victoria trying to grow these trees with success. Trying is one thing, being successful is another thing, right? There's hundreds of people that try to grow starfruit and sapodilla, hundreds, but only you can count them on one hand how many have had success. Yeah, there are success stories on one hand. On one hand for the whole state of Victoria. Alright guys, please give me a like if you enjoyed the video, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we'll see you from the next video, guys. I planted a couple of new canistel seedlings today. One there next to the Jerusalem artichoke, and one over there underneath the that mulberry up there, and under this lemon. So we put these two canistels died last year, and they came back to life this year. They died last year. When I say last year, they died in winter 2023, which is June, July, right? And they came back to life a few months ago in our spring. And it's like, wow, you're back from the dead. Welcome back. So I put them in the ground. Yep. Why not? Forget about pots. They hate pots. I checked out this yellow jabuticaba. It's still alive. It looks horrible. Looks horrible, but it's alive. When I went clip to the branch there, it was green. It's green, man, even though it looks like a flamethrower hit it. So hopefully that'll come back. All right, guys. Over and out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did. I got to do a video on what survived and what didn't. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do a video on what survived, because the only thing I lost during the heat wave, the scorchathon, well, I half lost this yellow jabuticaba, so I don't know if I would count that as a loss. And the other thing I lost was, or almost lost, was actually the abu. I didn't lose it because of the heat. You know, that little abu, one of the two. The reason that one died, well, it's not dead, it's alive. The reason why it almost died is because, well, to be honest with you, I really don't know, but I'm guessing because of the direct sun. Got sunburned. There he is. This one. He's alive. He's green, but he dropped all its leaves. I'm gonna do an update on his brother, who's doing so well. So well, man. So well. I don't know why this sook, you know, wanted to not be part of Fruitopia. Oh well, right? That's it. That's the only thing I've lost all summer. Well, I haven't lost it. It's still alive. Still green. But anyway, that's it, guys. Over and out. I can go on and on and on. All right.